G'day YouTube, this is a short but sweet video to show you guys the top new features of Ubuntu 18.04, and I'll pop that up here. So let's see, I've just upgraded to it recently. It's basically at the very end of the beta stages, but in a couple of days it will be fully available for everybody. Let's see, so basically we've got the Bionic Beaver 18.04 Ubuntu, and so starting off, and I'll probably start off with some of the boring things, but the kernel. So it's the latest kernel release, which is one of the latest Linux kernel releases, which is 4.15, and I can't say how important this has been for basically hardware updates, in particular regarding my Ryzen CPU and the ability to use the graphics cores in there, the Vega graphics. It's been just fantastic, so I've been very happy about that. I don't get often too excited about a kernel update, but the previous version of Ubuntu had the 4.13. This one now, of course, is 4.15 for the latest release. Moving on, the Gnome desktop interface, there's a few little differences here. So if you were to go to the Gnome files, or the window manager of sorts, you'll find that it's a little bit more, I guess, professional. It's nice. You've got this nice dark tint to it here. In the past, it was a very light grey tint, but this actually looks really quite good, and I'm quite proud of that. So that's quite good as well there. Moving into other things now. Next of all is there's always new backdrops and things, but I don't really get into the backdrop side of things. If you want a backdrop, you just load it up and use it on any machine, whether it's Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever. So I won't get too much into the new Ubuntu themes and things like that. Next up is the optimization. So the boot speed optimization, should I call it, probably is about 20% faster these days. They've saying they've been working on it for a while with their system daemons, locating bottlenecks and things of that nature. But they've basically optimized the actual OS itself to boot faster, which is fantastic. Moving on, when you add PPAs now, you can actually skip the need to run the sudo update command. So it's basically 2 commands instead of 3 now. It's not really something visual that I can show you, but that's something there as well. Also, they've updated the back-end display server to go back to something called the x.org, which is great. Previously it was Wayland, and it was just screwing up half of everybody's applications, so that's gone now as well. And last but not least, I would say for this video, something called live patching that's come through. So if we were to go to software and updates, and in fact this reminds me of something else. So once you do actually upgrade to 18.04, you'll see a nice little welcome wizard of sorts that allows you to do a bunch of things and sign up for things, which is actually quite good. One of those things in particular is this live patching. So I guess all one word there, canonical live patching. What this actually allows you to do is upgrade to the fastest and latest kernels and security patches without the need to reboot your machine. It does appear it is something you need to opt in for, but it's something very good all the same. So leave your computer on all day. Don't worry about security updates that are required after a reboot, that sort of thing. So it just all happens without that reboot, so that's great as well. And speaking of opting in, there's something that we should probably opt out of. I can't believe I almost forgot this one. Basically, if we go to the menu here and we go down to privacy, you've got problem reporting actually set up automatically, and this is quite new to me, this machine, so I should actually just jump out of that one now. And it does, it's automatically on, which is a little bit of a shame, but I've turned it off now. It's a bit manual, so it will ask me if I want to send out information out to the ether. But that's pretty much it, guys. Super quick video to show you guys the sort of the latest features and things in Bionic Beaver. There's a great deal of little things, a few probably more things, but they're the main things that you guys might be interested in, particularly not the least of which is that privacy update thing there. So cheers, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, have a good one. Cheers.